this video is what I call the 4 alternative medical systems. And it's a little bit, obviously pretty much related to diet, but there's what I would consider the truth about health and nutrition, the low-fat vegans. And that's where all the cures came from. The animal studies, Walter Kempner, Dennis Burkitt, Nathan Pritikin, Caldwell Esselstyn, McDougall, Jeff Nelson, myself, and there's other things that I would sort of add into this. Understanding toxicology, how to avoid toxins, filtering your drinking water, filtering your shower water, your whole house water, your avoiding EMF, avoiding endocrine disrupting chemicals, avoiding dental poisons like fluoride, mercury, and root canals with the bacterial toxins from there, getting your circadian rhythms optimized with good sleep habits. Okay, the next is categorized. I put the high-fat phonies, and there's a lot of real smart doctors and experts in the high-fat phony group, but in my opinion, they kind of sold out to sell something. That's just my opinion. And you know who they are. I don't need to put their names in there. Like some of them are big promoters of olive oil or soy or flax or omega-3. Some of them promote flax, I think, because they're ignorant. They haven't really studied it. They just jump onto the party wagon because you promote all this stuff, coffee, omega-3s, nuts, seeds, canola oils, chocolate. You can get interviewed on really popular channels and become famous. So if you want to become famous, that's the path you go. I want to be one of the all-time greats, so I'm staying on the true path. Okay? All right, the next sort of alternative medicine thing I would talk about is really sort of like the bro science circuit. So they got supplements out the wazoo. The high-fat phonies are basically like the vegan Mediterranean diet. Okay, the real Mediterranean diet with meat and alcohol basically allows anything except processed food. That's where you start getting into the bro science club. Now they promote stuff that's totally bogus, but they're the most famous. They're actually a lot more famous in general than the high-fat phonies. And they're also going to talk about herbs and spices and protein powders. They're great at selling stuff. That's why they're there. A lot of guys and women in the ballpark at 35 to 45 years of age. They're good looking. People are like, oh, I want to be like that person. A lot of that sort of stuff. And some of the stuff, there's some truth in it. Saunas, they're maybe good, but you don't want to fry your balls. It's good to sweat, though. Your sweat glands are like little kidneys to excrete toxins, including mercury and arsenic and lead and iron. Let's see what else. They're going to be selling things like iodine, creatine, all this other stuff. So they have a few things to say, but mostly what they say is BS. The next one is what I would call just, insanity. Paleo, keto, carnivores, bozo circuits for morons. And it's amazing how many people fall for this nonsense, Most common diseases in the USA are obesity, hypertension, diabetes, coronary artery disease, and high-fat diets increase all of that. So to eat a high-fat diet in that context is incredibly stupid, but it's unbelievable how many people go for that. And they got a lot of trolls. They come and they troll all the other ones. So anyways, these are sort of the major patterns. And you could throw other things in there like Chinese medicine, if you will, acupuncture, but that's only for a limited number of things like pain and stuff. And I know there's more to it than that. I know you can take a tooth out in a given meridian, and dentists claim it can cure problems in that meridian if there's no other explanatory cause. And also I want to point out that this is often called functional medicine, all these supplements, And I think if you supplement something you're deficient in, that could be beneficial. If you truly are hypothyroid due to lack of iodine, then, lack of thyroid gland tissue function, then taking those supplements might be a good idea. But for a regular person, they're usually quite overrated. And a lot of supplement powders, they put heavy metal toxins in them, etc. So anyways, hope you found that helpful.